Hi friends, welcome back. So by now you have all heard that Joann Fabrics has filed for bankruptcy the second time within a year. And for many of us in the United States, that is devastating news because Joann Fabrics is our local supply, our sewing supply store. And if you are looking for alternatives to sewing supplies, maybe even fabrics and patterns, stay tuned. In this video, I will share with you some of my favorite stores and also include some stores that I have not shopped but has been recommended by some of my favorite online influencers. So if you're interested, please stay tuned and let's talk about what we can do in the wake of this devastating news. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and first provide a list of my favorite fabric stores and also include a list of a few stores that I've heard others talk about, but I have not quite frequent those shops myself. But I'm definitely going to point out specific fabrics from each one of these stores because for me personally, I don't know if you're like this, but a lot of these stores, I have favorite items that I like to get. So in terms of items, I'm talking about the type of fabric, the content of a fabric that I like to get. And some I like to avoid certain types of fabrics. And so I will go ahead and tell you what those fabrics are so that way you can be a little bit more aware when you are shopping online for these different fabrics, what to get and what to avoid. I also want to go ahead and talk a little bit about where we can now purchase our commercial patterns, because with Joann filing bankruptcy, that means that the possibility of them closing most of their stores or even all of their stores is very high. And so that means bye-bye to the $199 and the $299 sewing patterns. So I'm going to give you some alternatives of how you can get commercial patterns for a relatively inexpensive price range. And then also finally, I'll talk a little bit about where you can get sewing supplies as well, because Joann, if you have not been someone who purchased supplies from Joann's, this probably would not affect you at all. But for those of us who get like our notions and our patterns from there, we will be affected from this. And so I will go ahead and provide some information as to what you can do for an alternative to purchase your sewing supplies. So with that said, let's go ahead and get into today's video and let's start with fabrics. So where to buy fabrics. So for me, at the top of that list is Minerva. So many of you already know I have been a Minerva brand ambassador for several years. I would say since 2020, I have been, so about 5 years, I have been a Minerva brand ambassador. And so I have had the privilege to sew with so many different types of fabrics, not just fabrics that I have actually been sponsored by Minerva, but fabrics that I've actually purchased from Minerva as well. And so I'm going to give you a list of my favorite fabrics that I have purchased from Minerva that has held up over time and that I have found to be quite of high quality. So challis fabrics, challis fabrics are very, very great at Minerva. I had maybe two experiences where the color of my fabric faded a little bit before I feel like it should have. But other than that, the fabrics, the challis fabrics usually hold up really good and for a long period of time with Minerva. Their cotton voiles are good, knits, denim, ponte, and silky type fabrics. I love all of these types of fabrics from Minerva. I've sewn with each one of these and they are my favorite types of fabrics to sew with at Minerva. Let's talk about Mood fabrics. Now, Mood, I have a love-hate relationship with, just like Joann. So many of us have, a lot of these different stores are not going to be our store that we get everything from, right? We're going to select certain things from these stores and other things we're probably not going to like from these stores. And so that's why I'm including things that I like and things that I do not like from Mood Fabrics. So with Mood Fabrics, my favorite are their cottons, their cotton boils, their denim, and their linen fabrics. Now, with Mood Fabric, they don't really have challis fabrics and they don't carry challis fabrics, but they have what's called batiste, which is very similar to a silky type challis fabric. Now, I have had bad experiences with some of their batiste fabrics. Just be careful with their batiste fabrics. I have found that no matter what size needle I am using with these fabrics, a lot of the times the fabric will snag and have run lines going through the fabric. And I've just did not have a positive experience with a lot of their batiste fabrics. Now with their cotton fabrics, I will say their cotton sateen fabrics are usually really good, but you also have to be careful with some of their cotton sateen fabrics as well. With Mood Fabrics, I would definitely say get swatches. Get swatches because Mood Fabrics are about 75%, okay, and 25% of the time you don't know what you're going to get. So I would definitely say make sure that you get swatches. Now, with their cotton voile fabrics, you can pretty much be sure that anytime you purchase a cotton voile fabric, especially their Mood exclusive fabrics, you're going to get really good quality fabrics. I have not had a bad experience at all with any of their cotton voile fabrics, and I've purchased so many different types of their cotton voile fabrics, and I've just had such a wonderful time with all of their cotton voile fabrics. Now with their cotton fabrics, so they have different types of cotton fabrics. They have cotton poplin as well as 100% cotton. They have cotton sateen. They also have what they call Egyptian cotton. And then they also have different types of cotton sateens. So what my primary advice would be when you're shopping for their cotton sateen is to make sure that you check the description of the item that you are intending to purchase and look for what's called the GSM. So this is basically a weight that the industry use to determine how heavy or light a fabric is going to be. Now, I have found with Mood Fabrics, if you are sewing with anything with the GSM that's 190 or above, it's going to be very thick and it's going to be mostly for a bottom weight type garment. So heavy structured skirts, any type of shorts that are structured, pants, or those types of things. So if you want to use a cotton sateen for like a shirt dress that has like some type of like not fluid drape, because cotton doesn't really have a fluid drape, but not a real stiff drape, then you're going to be looking for something that is below that 190 GSM. So definitely check the description box and make sure you look at the GSM and compare weight. All right, so next is Style Maker Fabrics. Now, Style Maker Fabrics is all the rave in the sewing community. People really love Style Maker Fabric for good reason. They have very great high quality fabric, and that's why they're generally expensive. So for Style Maker Fabric, I would definitely say cotton poplins, challis, even knit fabrics. I have never bought denim from them, but they do have a good selection of denim and even twill fabrics. So I would definitely say if you're someone who is not worried about cost, Style Maker Fabric is going to be the place for you. They have very great high quality fabric that usually lasts for years to come. So I would definitely say Style Maker Fabric. Now, if you do want to take advantage of Style Maker Fabric and you don't necessarily have the means to be able to purchase things from Style Maker Fabric, I would definitely say look out for their semi-annual sales. They usually have summer sales and also winter sales. They usually have remnant sales as well. So you can check their site throughout the year. They usually have a remnant sale where they will sell anywhere from 1 to like 3 or 4 yards of fabric for a one set price or something like that. So look out for Style Maker Fabric, and they also carry some notions and also patterns, but the patterns are going to be a little bit pricey. They carry indie patterns, not commercial patterns. And those patterns are going to be a little bit pricey because, again, it is an indie store. And so they're not going to have like the regular sales that we see with the chain stores like Joann. So just keep that in mind. If you're looking for knits, Knit Pop will be a really great source to go to for knits. I've purchased from them several times throughout the year. The last year, I haven't purchased anything from them, but usually they're really, really good at carrying like your really great printed knits. So cheetah prints, think fruit prints like cherries and oranges and things of that nature. They even have like just different types of knits. They have double brush knits, they have terry knits, they have just all different types of knits. I don't know if they have Ponte knits, but they do have a good selection of different knits. They also have like a category for solids and then a category for prints as well. So check out Knit Pop. They usually are priced relatively reasonable. I don't think they have many sales, but they are priced really reasonable. Next, I would definitely say the Fabric Depot. So if you're someone who can't really break the bank for Minerva or Mood or Style Maker Fabric, because they are on the little bit, they can be a little bit pricier, I would definitely say try Fabric Depot. Fabric Depot usually have many different sales throughout the year, and they usually are priced pretty good. Now their shipping is you do have to buy, I think, like $80 worth of product in order to get free shipping. And if you don't buy $80 worth of product to get free shipping, the shipping can be quite expensive because it goes by weight and also by piece. And so that can be quite expensive. So I would definitely say save up your money. And, if you want to get that free shipping, save up $80 to $100 and take advantage of, getting like a big fabric haul at one time so you can take advantage of that shipping, because buying it by weight or by piece is very expensive. So at the Fabric Depot, I like their challis, their shirtings, their knits, their silky type fabrics, their denim, their linen, and their chambray. So you can get all of those for a good price, and they are relatively good quality fabrics that you're going to be working with. Vogue Fabrics is another really great resource, I believe. It's been a couple of years since I've actually shopped Vogue Fabrics, but my experience was always very positive with them, especially when I go into the store. I live several hours away, and so I don't always get to go to the store, but they generally have some really great pieces that you can get that is decent to good quality price, good quality, and also great prices as well. And so I would definitely say Vogue Fabrics is one, specifically for like their boucle, tweed type fabric, crepe de chine, even their knit fabrics, and even sometimes their challis fabrics are really, really great. I've never purchased anything like chambray or denim from them, so I can't speak to that. But the other fabric choices that I have listed, definitely, I think, give those a try, and try Vogue Fabrics as well. So now let's talk about patterns. So now that we know that Joann is basically set to close majority, if not all, of the stores, we know that our famous $1.99 and $2.99 patterns are going to go bye-bye. I'm so sad about that. But if you have not been paying attention, Simplicity.com over the last year have been getting increasingly better at providing the community with cheaper options for patterns, both for PDF and also commercial. So I definitely would say go on Simplicity.com. As of today, they have a sale right now. You can get your starting at $2.99. I believe the $2.99 are the new look patterns, and then the big four patterns are $4.99. So that includes like your Butterick, your Vogue, your Simplicity patterns, McCall's, and even the Nomi patterns are, most of those are starting at around $4.99. The drawback with buying from simplicity.com is the shipping, right? So we all want to get free shipping. I would definitely say you need to start buying more like intentionally. So instead of like going to the website and buying every time they have a pattern release, I would definitely say hold off for at least two pattern releases and when they have a sale, because they usually have some type of semi-annual sale. So usually every end of a quarter or something like that, they're having a sale. And so you're definitely going to start seeing, I believe, these $2.99 and these $4.99 patterns more often, especially now that we see Joann is going bye-bye. So I believe that Simplicity is probably going to start giving us like these sales even more so than they have in the past. So I really do like that Simplicity actually is ahead of the game in that way. They have been providing for us these PDF patterns over the course of the last year, and also increasing and providing more sales to us, because now we have this alternative where we can actually go to simplicity.com and get these different, take advantage of these different sales now. I would also say in terms of commercial patterns, I would definitely say Minerva. Minerva tends to have semi-annual sales as well. Now, they're probably not going to look as enticing as the simplicity.com sales, but they definitely have semi-annual sales. I've seen Minerva do patterns up to 50% off, sometimes buy one, get one free. They've had just all different types of sales throughout the year. So keep your eyes open for sales at Minerva as well. I will say also with Minerva, if you know that you're going to put in a order, like a fabric order, that will also be the time for you to put in a pattern order and then get them at the same time. I would also take advantage of their Craft Club membership. They have a Craft Club membership where you can get 10% off throughout the entire year. And I believe it's like 20 euros or 25 euros or something like that, or pounds or whatever. And that is somewhere around like $25 to $30 US dollars. And it really does come in handy, especially if you know you're going to be placing several orders throughout the year, because even with like 2 or 3 orders, that will more than make up like that free shipping, right? Or the shipping that you would have paid if you were not paying free shipping. So definitely take advantage of that Craft Club membership. You get the 10% off, and then also you get the free shipping when you order a certain amount throughout the year as well. So definitely take advantage of those types of things. In terms of commercial patterns, I love Style Arc. Style Arc is one that they usually have some type of sale throughout the year. They usually have a 20 to 25% off sale. And so if you're someone who likes indie patterns, I would definitely say stay on the lookout for Style Arc. Also, Friday Pattern Company. Friday Pattern Company is one of my favorite all-time pattern companies. So I think for me personally, I like the fact that they go up to a size 7X. They also have very, very small sizes as well. And so Friday Pattern Company, very size inclusive. They usually have really great basic pattern blocks that you're working with, but you can also get advanced patterns as well, intermediate to advanced patterns as well. I love the fact that they are versatile. They're so versatile in terms of size, in terms of gender, in terms of the intermediate and advanced and beginner level. Like they're very, very versatile. And so that's why I always say Friday Pattern Company, especially if you're into indie patterns. Itch to Stitch is another great pattern company that usually have sales throughout the year. So stay on the lookout for Itch to Stitch. And as always, you can shop eBay or Amazon to see if you can find some great deals on patterns that people are selling, because sometimes people sell patterns that they no longer want on eBay, Etsy, and Amazon. So check those sites as well to see what kind of patterns that might be available for you that are inexpensive. Again, they're probably not going to be like your $1.99 and $2.99 sales, but they probably also won't be $25 and $35 like you see in the stores or on the Simplicity website when they are not on sale. So definitely those pattern companies, I would say, go to. Now, in terms of sewing supplies, now this company that I'm going to recommend to you, I have not shopped myself, but this company has had very great reviews for the sewing community, like with a lot of the people that I follow anyway, like Tomcat Stitchery, So Natural Dan, and a few others have mentioned Wall Whack. And I've never shopped at Wall Whack before, but I believe they have really decent prices, and you can get all types of notions there. You can also get notions from Mood as well, but they tend to be a little bit more pricier. In terms of buttons, I think Mood have a really great selection of buttons, but again, they tend to be a little bit pricier. With Wall Whack, you're going to see things like your buttons or your thread, your zippers, sewing machine needles, as well as hand needles, pencils and tools and marking tools and things of that nature. So Wall Whack would probably be a really, really great alternative now that we're losing Joann's. So those are some of my thoughts about what we can do in the wake of this bankruptcy, and how we can kind of pivot and change to our needs. And hopefully in the coming months, we'll see maybe more things that we can do, and hopefully these things that I have suggested will work for me as well as you, and we can go forward and try to do what we can with the best resources we have. Thank you for tuning in and hanging out with me today. I hope you all have a happy and blessed sewing week, and until next week or next time, I will talk to you in the next video. Bye.